I appreciate your interest in genuine diamonds found in Arkansas. I'm Glenn W. Worthington, and on a recent episode on our Diamonds in AR YouTube channel, we looked at an old newspaper that was published shortly after diamonds were first found in southwest Arkansas by John W. Huddleston in August of 1906, a long time ago. I thought, well, maybe we'll look at some magazine and books that are a little more current, have the updated information in them. And one is the National Geographic from March of 2002. They came to, well, they did a special on diamonds. The whole magazine is about diamonds, but in the back they had a special zip code edition. They went to Murfreesboro and just took pictures of the area. This is a photo of old searchers more than 100 years ago, shortly after diamonds were first found. But then this is a little more current. James Archer found more diamonds than anybody there, and his picture is in here as well. And when this came out, my wife and I sold diamonds on the Murfreesboro Courthouse Square for over 20 years. And when we started our business, we had a sign made and hung up our shingle that we were open for business. And like I say, we sold diamonds for 20 years. But when National Geographic came by to do this zip code, that's the zip code of Murfreesboro, a photographer took a picture of our sign and it made a 2-page spread in the National Geographic. So that was really great free advertising. We'll go back a little older newspaper here. This is the Kansas City Star magazine, my hometown, Kansas City. I wrote an article that appeared in their November 28th, 1979 issue. No, 1978 issue. And it was titled Diamond Fever, and there's a couple of pictures of me in there. And this basically tells how I went to the Crater of Diamonds for the first time in the summer of 1978 and searched for and found my first 10 diamonds at the park. So I've been writing about diamonds in Arkansas longer than maybe some of my viewers have even been alive. I also wrote an article for the Vogue Quarterly magazine, and the title of it was How to Find Genuine Diamonds in Arkansas. And I later made a DVD by that same title. But I showed pictures of what uncut natural diamonds from Arkansas look like, so that, you know, that's part of finding something, is knowing what something looks like that you're looking for. So here's some more of the photos of diamonds, and then I tell the 3 main methods for finding diamonds. But I found that it was a little hard to tell it in words, and so I demonstrated it on a DVD, how to find genuine diamonds in Arkansas. So this is Western and Eastern Treasure magazine, and this goes back to April 2009. And I had found a 62-point white diamond in natural heart shape, and I had it set in a ring. In fact, that's the ring I'm wearing right now because I wear it all the time. Anyway, I found that ring, and every year Western and Eastern Treasure magazine has a contest where you can submit your finds to see if they would consider it as one of the best finds of the year. And I was awarded when I told them about the diamond I found, and I also found the ring while dredging in a river, and I had a jeweler put the 2 together, just build the 3 prongs and set it on this ring. And so I was awarded one of the best finds of 2008 for this 62-point white diamond and the ring. So I got an award from Western and Eastern Treasure magazine, and they published a picture of it in here announcing the find. So here's Rock and Gem magazine. You may have heard of it. It's a real well-known magazine in the industry. And from April of 2011, they published an article I wrote about the fastest diamond finds in Arkansas, because I've been amazed by story after story of people who go there for the first time, find a valuable diamond in their first half hour, hour and a half at the park. My diamonds have never come that easy. Now this is a photo of a diamond I found there, but I found it the hard way by digging in Washington. It took me years to find that really good one. But here is a 8.61 carat, the Lamley diamond, and it was found just, the woman never even washed any gravel for it. Oklahoma farmer family went there for the first time, and the men folk went over and scooped up, used a little army shovel and scooped up some material into a wagon and hauled it over and dumped the wagon over for Mama to wash through. Betty Lamley is her name. And they went back to fill the wagon again. Well, before she ever washed a cup full of gravel in her life, there was that 861 sitting on top. So very large, beautiful diamond. This is Bob Wheely's 5.5 carat diamond. This is a Rodin diamond that was found shortly after they arrived. Marvin Culver found this lovely 4.25 carat diamond within the first hour and a half of his visit. And here's another picture of it. And if you think, oh, I would love to read that magazine article, but you can't get a copy of Rock and Gem from back in April of 2011, you could go online and Google smash words, smash words, Glenn W. Worthington. And I've got an ebook on there, and you can read this magazine article, and it has all the color photos as well. So anyway, you can check out smash words. This is an article from Lost Treasure magazine, February of 2012, and I wrote this article as well. And the title is Children Find Diamonds in Arkansas. What amazes me is that kids can go out there and find diamonds. It's just that easy. This was a surface find. This is one where some kids from Morrilton Children's Home were visiting, a busload of them, and some boys had said, hey, we found some bunny rabbits over here out in the field. And so one of the boys, oh, that's great, I'm going to come see him. Well, on his way, he got distracted, sidetracked, and stopped and put his little hand shovel in the ground and popped out a 2.12 carat yellow diamond. And this is him. And the headlines in our newspaper said, boy looking for rabbits finds carrots instead. That's just an award-winning title by John Balch, who wrote that article for the Murfreesboro Diamond newspaper. But here's a picture of the diamond and the boy. And anyway, it's a real interesting article full of true stories about kids who have done well finding diamonds. This girl, I got my picture standing next to her. She found this diamond and had it set in a necklace that she was wearing when I saw her. Courtney Condor is her name. And she went in and dug at the Uncle Sam sign, believe it or not, and found this beautiful white diamond. And so the story's in here and pictures of it, better pictures of it. A teenage boy went through and found a diamond. Anyway, I wrote a whole bunch of these stories, one right after another, of kids who've been successful finding diamonds at the crater. And if you can't get an old issue of Lost Treasure magazine from February of 2012, again, you can go Google smash words, Glenn W. Worthington, and you can see the title of the ebook, and it has the whole magazine article plus a lot of color photos in there, so you can see that as well. Silver and Gold magazine, a treasure hunting magazine. I think this is quarterly, and I don't even see the date on it, but anyhow, this is an article I wrote that tells the story of how I found this diamond and this ring, and that's how I was awarded this certificate for one of the best finds of 2008. So I was dredging in a river and found the ring, and that's north of Glenwood. And then here's the diamond before it was set, and then that's after it was set. So again, if you would like to read this article, you can go to Smashwords and put in Glenn W. Worthington and look at pursuing gold and diamonds in Arkansas. I didn't just pursue them, I found them. So now here is Rock and Gem magazine from August of 2006. And the title I put on this was Finding a Large Arkansas Diamond. The editor decided they would change the name and call it In Search of the Lamley. Well, you think, what's a Lamley? Betty Lamley is the woman who found the 8.61 carat T brown diamond, very large. And I tell the story because I was there the day she found it. And I tell the story of her finding it, and then we were camped at the campground up at Lake Greason nearby, and the Lamleys were there too. And I just happened to walk from my campsite over to the bathroom and look over, oh, there's the Lamleys. Those are the people who found the diamond today. And they had a lantern going, it was dark, and the lantern was sitting in the middle of their picnic table. And I went up to them and asked them, well, I congratulated them for their find, and then I asked them, could I see your diamond? Well, yeah, it was sitting right there on the table. Right by the lantern, so I picked it up and I got to look at it and hold it. Well, then nobody heard of the diamond or where it went for many, many years, and I tracked it down because Jim and Shelley Horan were wanting to add it to their collection of remarkable, notable, sizable diamonds found in Arkansas. And I tracked it down, was able to buy the diamond for the Horan collection. And that whole story is told in here. And again, if you want to find this magazine article, you can Google smash words, Glenn W. Worthington, and Finding a Big Arkansas Diamond, I believe is the title of that one. See, when you don't have an editor involved, you get to use your own title, your original title. So here's Western and Eastern Treasure magazine, and this goes back quite a while. And again, September 2005. I wrote an article about historic diamonds returning to Arkansas, and there was a collection of 10 diamonds that were all excavated in 1931 at what is now Crater of Diamond State Park, and that's back when there was commercial mining. And these 10 diamonds were in a collection at a museum, a mineral museum, and then they were selling that collection. And a museum in Piggott, Arkansas bought that set of 10 diamonds, and I tell the whole story. I describe each diamond. There's a green diamond in there, some whites. This is a brown that, although it's not real pretty, it has an interesting red inclusion in it. So a brown diamond, football shaped, with a red mineral embedded in it. And there are other white and yellow diamonds. They have a great big beautiful yellow diamond, and you really got to look at it in color. And these are black and white photos in this magazine. But again, if you will go to Smashwords, Glenn W. Worthington, you can look for Historic Diamonds Return to Arkansas. This is Western and Eastern Treasures again, and I found a lovely, gorgeous, flawless 2.04 carat yellow diamond in 2009, April 9th, 2009. It's my best diamond of the 177 diamonds I've found at the crater so far. They put a picture in here and they told about it, and they were just mentioning it in this article because I had submitted it as the best finds. After in 2008 I submitted this 62-point heart shape as one of the best finds of 2008, and I was awarded it. Then in 2009 I found a 204 yellow flawless diamond, so I submitted it and I got an award for it the next year. So 2 years in a row I found, I got diamonds and got awards for it. Well, here's another magazine, Gold Prospector magazine, and if this guy looks familiar, yeah, that's my face. I made the cover of the Rolling Stone, the cover of Gold Prospector magazine. This was a real surprise to me. I had written they wanted to come out with a gem issue in September, October of 2010. And I had been advertising my book and DVD on in their magazine. So they said, hey, this is a gem guy. We could see if he wants to write an article. So the editor asked me, would you write an article for our gem issue? So I wrote the article and submitted it with photos about some of the diamonds I had found. And the editor told me, yeah, we accepted your article and it will come out in the September-October issue. She didn't tell me I was on the front cover. My wife and I went to the post office and got the magazine, and I said, look at that. That's the first time I knew I was going to be on the cover. So anyway, I was really surprised. So I've done a lot of magazine articles about diamonds in Arkansas over the years, but nobody had ever put me on the front cover before. So I knelt down. David Anderson, a friend of mine, was digging with me that day, as well as Billy Moore. But I knelt down and took a picture. This is an ancient pipe, and it served as a trap that caught the biggest diamond I've ever found, a 2.14 carat brown. And that's why I'm pointing to this pipe, and the pipe is coupled together. It's an old wooden pipe wrapped with coils of wire. So I describe it here. It was a water pressure pipe, very old, used to pump water from the Little Missouri River up to the diamond recovery plant. And we dug down and found that buried pipe, and it had caught a bunch of diamonds under it. So my friends, David and Bill, found some of the other diamonds, and I found the biggest one, the 2.14 carat yellow, when we were digging together. So here's the article, Hunting for Big Diamonds in Arkansas. And I had found at that pipe, my largest, the 2.14 carat brown, and before it was cut, it didn't look real great. But then I had it cut, and the editor loved the picture so much of that cut diamond. She made an 8-inch long photo in here. And then here also is my heart shape, natural heart shape, before it was set, and then when it was set in this ring as well. So the ring's famous, it made the magazines, and here's my 204 yellow, but she just seemed to really love the brown and gave a good photo of it. Again, if you'd like to see this article, it's an ebook that I did for Smashwords, and it's Finding a Large Brown Diamond, or I Found a Large Brown Diamond in Arkansas. That's the title of that one. And if you want an article about my yellow diamond, I found a large, beautiful yellow diamond in Arkansas. Western and Eastern Treasure also awarded me in 2010, the following year, one of the best finds of the year for my 2.14 carat brown diamond. So never before have they awarded anybody one of the best finds 3 years in a row, but I'm the guy that was honored in that way, and so I had to frame it and keep it and show you. But anyway, very pleased with the diamonds I've found in Arkansas. And going on other magazines, when I found the 204 yellow, I got a call from the editor of Ouachita Life, who I had met at a rock and mineral lecture a few years earlier. He said, hey Glenn, could I do an article about you? Oh yeah. So he interviewed me over the phone, wrote the article, and then he put the picture on the cover. I didn't know that was going to happen, but anyhow, he tells, in his own words, this is not an article I wrote, but the editor, Archibald, wrote this about my 204 yellow. And then I was living in Hot Springs Village at the time, and the village newspaper did an article about me and has a picture of me holding the magazine, the Gold Prospector magazine, and then here's a picture of me holding the 204. So this just tells stories about finding diamonds in Arkansas. Now, we've been talking about magazines and newspaper articles and things, but let me mention 2 books as well. Here is the first edition of a book I wrote, Genuine Diamonds Found in Arkansas, and you can see the cover on this is different. You know, if you don't recognize it, that's because this is the first edition of my book. It came out right after James Archer passed away, and I dedicated the book to him. This was printed just a couple of months after his passing, and he was an icon at the park. So anyway, I have not just written magazine newspaper articles about diamonds in Arkansas, but also an entire book. And then it needed to be updated and revised and expanded. So I came out with my second edition, and it has different diamonds on the cover. This is a 4 1/4 carat yellow that Marvin Culver found, one of the fastest finds. And this is Bob Wheely's 5.47 yellow, and the Lamley 8.61. And this is one of the 10 diamonds. So I have white, yellow, and brown on the front cover so people can see what they look like in their natural form. None of these been cut or polished. That's just the natural luster of the diamonds. And I have diamonds on the back as well. This is a 78-point yellow diamond that is set in a ring that my wife wears. I found it in 1978. And this is the Black Beauty diamond. It's a 1.47 carat black diamond from the crater that James Archer found, and we bought from him and had set in a ring that my wife wears. And this is a ring that Dolly Johnson wears. And anyway, just different beautiful diamonds on the back here, and a mackerel shape. I love that as well. But my third and fourth edition have a little bit different front cover. If you can tell, I just added the words under here, what the diamond weighed and the year it was found. And that's the only difference in the front cover. The second edition and the third and fourth edition have this cover, and the back cover is different as well. This is one of the 10 diamonds that is up at Piggott, Arkansas. You know, one of the 10 from an old collection mined in 1931. So that would be worth, Crater of Diamonds is in the southwest corner of Arkansas, and Piggott Museum, the Pfeiffer Museum, is up in the northeast corner. So opposite end of the state, but if you ever make it up there, up north of Memphis, you ought to go see their 10 diamonds they have on display. Very nice museum. So anyway, I wrote, this is really the history of diamonds found in Arkansas, and it also tells the story of how I was involved in a diamond recovery operation outside the state park, and it shows pictures of the plant as well. And then it just shows pictures of diamonds. There's me in a hole, and these are not diamonds, but this is amethyst, and I found a piece of amethyst at the crater and had it faceted into trigons and set in earrings for my wife to wear. So you can find other things there as well. And here's just photos of diamonds, so people use them as wanted posters. People will know what to look for. White, yellow, and brown, and shows you what uncut diamonds look for. Haven't been polished or anything. They come out of the ground looking just like that. So anyhow, I just kind of want to share with you some of the more recent magazine articles about the Crater of Diamonds, and there are books available as well, and I have a DVD. But thank you for listening, and thank you for your interest in genuine diamonds found in Arkansas.